Cheers and welcome my friends, I'm Horath and we are playing Europa Universalis IV together with the newest DLC, Rights of Man. We're playing on very hard difficulty and with Lucky Nation set to historical as Bavaria, right here in the heart, in the middle of Europe. Welcome back. This episode also marks something to celebrate. This is basically, you're witnessing my 1001st hour of playing Europa Universalis IV. I've played 1000 hours now. That is a lot of time if you think about it, but it's amazing that I'm still not bored with this game. That is amazing replay value, I gotta say. Very happy about this. Now, a couple of things that I have to talk about. We are now on the new patch, the Denmark patch. Previous to this, we played on the Prussia patch, so we're now on version 1.19. I played a little bit with this save game, sort of to test out if it has any problems. It hasn't had any so far, so let's cross our fingers. Let's knock on wood that it does actually work. There are a bunch of changes. We have a new province over here, Dithmarschen. No one has a core or claim on it, which is kind of funny. The Scandinavian states obviously received a lot of new provinces and sort of have been reordered, redone. They gained a lot of historical events and stuff, but that doesn't really help us. Or impact us too much, other than that Denmark, our ally, is going to be a bit stronger now, which is good. And then we have sort of these wastelands, these mountains that you cannot cross or settle in any way, which sort of creates interesting choke points. We have the Alps here, we have the Alps here, we have the Alps here, and we do have them over here. So basically, if we want to go into Italy, you can either do it through Waldstätte over here, or you have to go through Tyrol, come from the Austrian side over there. There's no... Oh yeah, there are the Alps over here as well. So there are a couple of strategic mountain passes that allow you to move into Italy or don't allow you to move into Italy. The same is true for over here. You have the Pyrenees that allow only people that control Navarra or Roussillon to pass into Iberia. There are a bunch of others. Over here is the Atlas in Morocco, and there's the Caucasus over here. I like it. It's a great addition. Sort of creates choke points. The map could actually use more of these because they played quite a big role. But because the abstraction level is rather high, we're basically talking about province-level strategic decisions. It's always sort of a trade-off if you can actually make that happen or if you can't. Right, so we're presented with a strategic opportunity. I think we'll go to war against Burgundy. Burgundy had just had the Dutch revolt, and we're now allied with them. We're allied with the Netherlands. We're just going to send them a royal marriage offer to cement that alliance. And they haven't called us into the war yet. And I don't really want to fight in this war with them. Rather, what I would like to do is attack Burgundy on my own to go for the Imperial ban. And we're going to try to free as many provinces as possible from them. They have a bunch of Imperial provinces that need to come back under our control. That is... has always been a pretty big goal. I sort of had to consolidate my position first, but we're very powerful now. I think we are, most powerful, I guess, after France, maybe. Not really in terms of the rating. Yeah, I guess so. And Burgundy is going to lose a bunch of provinces now. Once they lose this war, they're going to completely fall out of the great power ranking. So that is my plan. Take all these provinces that belong to the Empire, break them out and release them as independent nations. I'm not going to take these provinces for my own because that would give me a crap ton of aggressive expansion. But what I can and have to take is Franche-Comté, the Freigrafschaft, as it's going to be called as soon as we control it, because we don't have any cores other than the Burgundian cores over here. So I guess we have to hold that ourselves. I might want to maybe sell it to Lotharingia, but once I have land, I don't really want to give up the land. So that's a consideration. Then we're also coring mines over here. That's good. We want that. We will have to attack Thüringen at some point, because we have the nasty situation that we made them an elector and they are not very loyal. They switched their faith and they switched their vote. So now we have 2 for Austria, 2 for me. But if they lose the religious war, or if they simply don't trigger it, at a certain point they might just lose it nonetheless. And then Catholic is the dominant faith, and these guys will get their electorates stripped. Now, what we could do, there are 2 ways that this can go, and they both have their own merit. Now, currently we are missing electors, which means that we're losing imperial authority because the empire does not function properly. We only have 4 of the 7 electors we need, therefore we're losing 0.30 every month, which is not good. But if you don't have any electors, if you annex them all, then the Holy Roman Empire becomes hereditary without any elections. It has an upside and it has a downside. The upside is no more elections, no more sucking up to electors. We can just reign supremely inside the empire, break off all the states, and basically bring law and order to all the princes without having to sort of suck up to states like Cologne, they've been really been on a rampage. And we're going to lose a bunch of cores over here if we don't do that. So that is one option. The problem is, the downside to this is that we lose the heavy influx of imperial authority whenever we get one of our heirs re-elected. I think we get 10 for that. 10 imperial authority, which is quite significant. So I did the math, and Austria at the very start of the game, no internal wars, as many states as basically possible, no heretic provinces. They gain 0.18 per month, which brings them up to 2.16 per year. So to pass all these 6 reforms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the last one we don't really want. But we do want to revoke the privilegia, because that will make all of them my vassals. That's what we want. We don't really want one whole country, because that's going to be a crap ton of work, basically. So we don't want that. But to pass all these, we need about 300 imperial authority, right? 6 times 50, 300. To reach that with 2.16 per year, we would need about 140 years. If we have as many states at the start of the empire, which we don't have, if we don't have any heretical provinces or princes, which we don't have either. So 140 years at best, let's say 150. That brings us up to 1720. So the game's gonna be over when we actually reach this thing. So it might be better to keep the electors around and sort of deal with their bullshit instead of making this hereditary. On the other hand, I mean, having the emperorship like that, it's pretty nice. And we would sort of be able to boost the imperial authority by taking provinces and adding them to the empire. Each added province is basically 1 imperial authority. So we would have to add 300 provinces to reach that level. But well, we can't pass any reforms right now because we have religious conflict. But yeah, that's the big question. We don't really have to decide right now, but I would really be interested in your input. Do you think we should get rid of the electors? Or do you think we should try to properly restore the Holy Roman Empire? I'm sort of leaning towards restoring it, but I'm also pretty bummed out that the electors are so nasty. They've taken a lot of land, and because they are electors, I can't really touch them. So that is a problem. But yeah, so for now, let's just get into this. We have enough military power to invest into an idea. I think we're going to go for the quantity ideas, mainly because I want the 50% land force limit modifier. We could also go for the next military idea, which might not be a bad idea. We have 18% institution tech because of the printing press. We can't embrace it yet because we still need it to spread into our provinces, which is, well, it's pretty shitty. A bunch of these nearly have it, but it sort of might make sense to wait until we can embrace that before we move up in tech. And so let's go for this. Let's push that up, and that will give us plus 50% force limit modifier very soon. Now let's bring up the army maintenance, and let's also activate the forts. And then we're gonna move our troops over here. Well, we're gonna bring you over there, and then we're gonna move you into Heidelberg, which should be fine. Oh well, we're gonna move you into Mainz and you into Heidelberg, and then we'll sort of be poised for attacking Burgundy. We're coring a bunch of provinces. That's gonna be fine-ish. So yeah, let's go for it. Oh yeah, we're on way too much speed here. Riga is no longer renting out. Brandenburg is no longer renting out. We entered a royal marriage with the Netherlands. We definitely want to stay on the good side of France. That's for certain. Does France have any claims? Do they have any claims on these lands? Yeah, they have a claim on Picardy. The question is, should I pull them into this war or not? It's going to take me quite a bit of time before I can actually sort of make the next amount of favors happen. We gain a favor every 3 years, so only every 30 years can we use France as our attack dog. So I would really like to be able to save those favors for something else, instead of having to use them up for this. But on the other hand, come on, don't rebel. Don't rebel, it's not good. We're just gonna wait another tick, these guys. Okay, we've got Wittenberg, Leipzig, Mainz, and the Vogtland. So we might be able to make a state out of Thuringia now. Yep, we will. Let's do it. Let's core it as well. Well, that happened instantly now, and then we'll be able to convert a bunch of provinces. So convert the Vogtland and convert Wittenberg. That's all fine and dandy. That's a double-edged sword. Giving the Netherlands military access will also give Burgundy military access, which is gonna hurt the Netherlands. That's bad for them, I'd say. That's rather bad for them. Okay, we gain trade protection, causes battle against Aragon and Crimea, because I guess they are privateering over here in Venice. We do have access to the sea in Friuli, which is pretty funny. Brunswick entered an alliance with Austria. That's not great. Trade protection, that's fine. Memmingen has embraced the printing press. Okay, go after them now. And you, oh, you idiots, stop attritioning me. We've got to husband our manpower a little bit. Burgundy is doing quite a number on the Netherlands. I think we'll have to pull in France. But if I can sort of stop Burgundy from being very strong, I will have removed a pretty big stopper to my whole expansion and all that, and the uncontested rule of Bavaria. Okay, Thuringia has embraced, what did they embrace? Colonialism, I think. Or maybe the printing press, that's fine. Right, now, everyone is up in terms of military maintenance. I think we'll go for this. I think we'll pull in Aragon. I think we'll pull in Styria. And we might also pull in France. I mean, what else am I going to do with them, eh? What else am I going to do? We're gonna go for Franche-Comté. Yeah, no one else that I can pull in. They do have a very big army over there, with their leader, who's a bold fighter. They're losing a bunch of men because the Netherlands seem to be fully defensive. They have 60,000 men. I have 60,000 men. The problem is that they also have Savoy in here, and I think they're also fighting with Bretagne. Then Venice, Savoy, and Brittany. Yeah, we gotta pull in France, and let's try to make this happen. Why would Cologne not join? Because they're in debt. Come on. Well, let's go for it. We gotta do it. Right, and I gotta set my provinces of interest. Well, maybe not. So Styria has accepted, Aragon has accepted, France has accepted. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Hired by Denmark. Oh, France has just hired out their armies to Denmark. That's nasty. We've got Brittany running around over there. I wonder. I mean, I could try to pay Cologne's debt, but that might not be a thing that we can make happen. Savoy hired a Swiss army, which does piss me off a little bit. I think we're gonna take Luxembourg and maybe even Burgundy. They would try to siege down. Yeah, we gotta stay in Pfalz. Okay, we renewed a couple of loans. That is our level 2 siege leader. This guy doesn't have any siege, as far as I know. They would try to siege down the Netherlands. How many forts do you have? You have a level 2 fort over here. You have a level 2 fort over there. Let's hope that more provinces join the Netherlands. Really don't want them to lose that war. Savoy is definitely a problem here. I hope that they get their butt kicked by France. France is already on their way, so we don't have to wait too long. I'll just move these guys over so that I can have Rethel for my own. That might not be a bad idea. Oh, wait. No, we don't want that. Let's get out of here. Sorry. I made a big mistake. A huge mistake. I could just try to siege down Metz, but we're gonna lose it in a heartbeat. So that might not be an idea. But what I could do is, I think I'm gonna send all my artillery over there. I'm gonna lose a bunch of troops here. Well, let's hope that we can do it. There's a Swiss army sieging down Paris. Times of need. The dynasty of our noble emperor von Wittelsbach is certainly a powerful one. Through Maximilian I, Joseph they rule our nation and will do so for many years. However, even the great are sometimes in need of help. Thankfully, the Wittelsbach family has tied strong bonds to other great powers, such as the von Klingenberg house, led by no other than Joseph I, Duke of Ravensburg. His gracious wife Amalie is a daughter of our own royal house and an invaluable contact. So we can get some money, help in managing the administration, diplomats. Perhaps we can borrow one of his generals. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting some more admin power. Or some money. Let's just go for money. That's fine. Right, so we're trying to siege that one down. Let's hope that it works. Yeah, we're already to 14%. They are sieging the Netherlands down. I'm gonna try to take that fort as well. No, that's not a good idea. There's Brittany. I need to be able to sort of enforce this army. They're killing off Styria. That's not good. Helping hand. Okay, we've heard back from dearest Amalie. The most noble duke has decided to grant it. We gain 10 ducats. Dude. You're poor. You're really poor. Okay, we're done improving with France. There's a French army being attacked by a Britannian army. It might be wise to help them. I'm not sure how well this is gonna go, but I think... oh yeah, we've got a breach in the wall! Very good. And Galre has joined the Republic, which means that the Netherlands are a little bit bigger, and these guys will have a bunch more provinces to actually siege down, because we've got Utrecht and Galre over here. They all have forts, and that's gonna cost Burgundy quite a bit to sort of take them down. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you didn't, tell me why in the comments so I can improve. Also tell me what your favorite plan is. Should we completely eradicate the electors, or should we go and bring the electors back? So let me know what you think. And if you want to see more of this, please consider subscribing. Hope you join me next time. Thanks and bye bye.